Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, it's every parent's worst nightmare. You're on a cruise, it's the very first night or any night of the cruise, and 10 o'clock rolls around, 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and your teenager hasn't come back to the room. It's every parent's worst nightmare. So this week on a cruise, setting out for a Christmas holiday cruise with friends and family. A family jumped on a cruise ship, the Carnival, Cellebration, and was on the very first night when a teenager, a 17-year-old, failed to return to the room with the parents that evening. They contacted guest services around 3 a.m. in the morning, and then the search went on. Between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., suddenly the crew kicked in. Crew were waking up from their shift, if they're off shift and everything, to start searching the entire ship. And this goes into security, who will then start also going by cabin to look for this person. And an announcement apparently went out over the intercom as well, stating that there is somebody missing and if this person could please contact guest services immediately, etc. And again, can you imagine you're on a holiday cruise and your son or daughter goes missing? How traumatic of a feeling that is. You don't know what's happened. Did somebody do something bad to them on a cruise ship? You know, sometimes that worst case scenario happens. Did they fall overboard? Are they hurt? Are they injured? What's the possible ramifications and story behind everything? And you try and remain calm, but you know for sure the worst case scenarios start running through your mind. You try and fight them off, but those worst case scenarios just wham, just start going through your mind, and you start thinking of every possible horrible thing that could possibly happen. This story, however, does have a good ending because the teenager was found. All that had happened is apparently they were with a group of people and they had gone to one of the other cabins with somebody and they had just fallen asleep. Simple as that, right? You have friends and family, you start watching a movie at night and talking, and you curl up on the couch and you fall asleep. Oh, let them sleep. You know, it's harmless, let them sleep. However, for the parents, they didn't know where they were. And that is a panic situation for every parent out there. You know, if you're out there shopping with your children, your young children, and you turn around for a second and you don't see them for half a second, you immediately go to the worst case scenario. And they could be just around, one aisle over, just around the corner, and you just lost sight of them, but your panic sets in. And this is one of the reasons that I wish more cruise lines would go the route of the way Princess Cruise Lines has gone with the medallion net on their ships. The technology's there. They can absolutely do this for every cruise line out there. It's not new technology anymore. It's old technology, as a matter of fact. But you put those bands on and you can link your family and you can find where they are in the ship at all times, which would solve any issues of where's my child at midnight? Where is my teenage daughter at 1 a.m.? How come she hasn't come back to her? I'm going to go on this Oasis class cruise ship with 8,000 people on board, plus 2,000 crew members, and I'm going to find somewhere where my teenager is. Or if they had that technology, they just go on the app, look where, find my daughter, find my son, there they are, they're in cabin 1605, oh, that's my sister's cabin, everything's fine, or they're in the teen club, or they're in the buffet, anything. It just makes this scenario basically go away for the majority of these kind of cases, because that is I can only imagine the horror that this family felt not knowing where their teenager was in the middle of the night on the very first night of that cruise. And so, yeah, luckily it has a good ending. And I'm hoping that maybe stories like this coming out in the future might inspire the cruise lines to do that kind of investment, especially when you have cruise lines geared towards families. Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Carnival Cruise Line all have big kids clubs, the water slides, the water parks, the things for kids to do. And so if you're bringing the kids on board, you really would like to have that technology to be able to track them easily. And that's without having to bring your own little radios on board and all this other stuff that they don't want you to bring on board. If they just had this technology that they do have on other ships like Princess, where you can just click, 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 oh, there they are, they're in the teens club, everything's okay. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys do? Do you think this should be kind of standard now, especially for cruise lines that deal with a lot of children on board, and maybe just in general, because so many people we hear nowadays go missing. It'd be nice if we knew they went missing even earlier than turning a ship around and trying to find them in the middle of the night, where with this technology you would think they'd be able to find them much faster. So let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, I hope you appreciate this video. You did? Please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.